It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's athletic linebacker. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's going to be a good one, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And
stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. They'll come up on the 2nd down and 8. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45.
First down and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Bryant. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. 2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Open man, right side. He's got it. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's enough for a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They motion the slot man left. They'll look to throw yet again. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
The 6-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. And he had no choice but to throw it away. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball comes out, and this is taken in by the defense. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand and results in a completion. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
A run now on second down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first?
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They motion a receiver right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Short pass, taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. They'll look to throw again. They'll try to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half. 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. On comes the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Tight end motioning left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He'll get this out wide.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They motion the slot man left. Back to the air one more time. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the visitors are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one, all tied. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
At the 26-yard line.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He's going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And he'll get this up past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. This is caught down that right sideline. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll look to set up the screen here. they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
They'll look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
A short game, down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and that will be a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, out comes the punter. He'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll begin with a zone read. Oh, the ball's out. It is picked up by the defense.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space, gain of 7, inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
He'll get this out to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. 3rd down, 3 to go. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. He'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
A quick throw right side. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And now the punting unit will come on. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll begin here on the ground. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Brings up second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw here on second and 10. He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's third and 7.
They'll motion a tight end right. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Back to throw here to begin the drop. This one complete to Bryant. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. He'll decide to keep this once more. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on third down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Interesting call for the defense. Pressure or sit back on 4th and 5. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Fourth down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down, and keep this drive alive.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That ties the game for Tino.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This is 1st and 10. Gray. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
at their own 28-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They send him right out of the slot. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Result is a first down.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. He's going to keep this again.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
We're all set to kick this one away. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Slot receiver, headed right. This drive will start on the ground. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner. After this, here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. They'll run. This is Rivers. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Now a second timeout called by the defense. So now a big spot coming here. This one to win it in overtime. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win for our visitors. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.